Walls divide and bridges, they connect. So wherever I get a chance, I try to break the walls and I try to connect different people of different castes, faith, religion, or background, or color. I bridge them, or at least I try to bridge them. As a matter of fact, I think everyone here knows that any wall, it divides us, right? And any bridge, it'll connect, obviously. But sadly, people around the world, they build more and more walls. And there are different kinds of walls. There are walls which divide the societies. And there are walls built in politics. And there are walls dividing us in the name of religion. There are also walls which divide family members of the same family, close relatives. And there are walls which also are between friends. The question is, why do people make walls? Why do we love building walls? Because we believe staying behind the wall, we are safe. Staying behind the wall, it makes us strong. This is the belief. And why do we build a wall? The answer is, I think the first and foremost, the main reason is that we ignore to understand people. We ignore to understand our friends, we ignore to understand our neighbors, and we ignore to understand people from various backgrounds. So wherever I get a chance, especially I talk to the youth, to the children, I try to break those walls. So what happens is, when you create a wall of ignorance, I have told this in my earlier speeches also, ignorance is all where it starts. Ignorance, it creates a kind of a fear about the community or the people you don't want to understand about. And over a period of time, that fear, it converts into a kind of a dislike towards those people. And that dislike, it definitely transforms into a kind of a hatred. And that hatred, it creates enmities, it makes the refugees we have today. So, how do you break those walls? I will come to that later. But the idea of my message is that to break the walls and to build the best of the bridges. I'm not talking about a bridge which is made of metal or stone here. I'm talking about ideas. Every step, every leap you take can be a bridge. Science has bridged the gap between ignorance and understanding. If you see, education is a bridge again. It bridges poverty to possibility. Dialogue, the best bridge, dialogue. It connects friends and foes, right? And the best of all the bridges is love. Can anyone say what it connects? It connects hearts. It connects hearts. It doesn't matter what color, what caste, what creed, what background, what religion, what faith you come from. When you love, when you spread love, it connects people. It connects hearts close, far, it doesn't matter where you are. So the question is, why do we need to make bridges? Good question. Because we human beings are a species who live in communities. You cannot seclude yourself. You cannot say that, I want to live alone, I want to live separately, I don't want to connect with the community, I don't want to connect with a society. It doesn't work like that. We are a species who are community-based. So we need to build the bridges to be a community. And how do you do that? As I said, walls of ignorance, cut that. Make a bridge of understanding. That's where it all starts. So your fear comes down, and when there is no fear, you know each other, you know the people around you, you know people of various backgrounds. There is no question of dislike. There is no question of hatred. There is no question of refugees. There is no question of any kind of enmity. It just spreads love. Now, how do you build a bridge? I think the best way is to listen. Just keep quiet and listen to the person. You don't have to say anything. Just sit and listen. That's an amazing bridge. Empathize. Put yourself in his or her shoes and see how they are seeing, how they may be seeing. That itself is a bridge. And most importantly, after you listen and you empathize, collaborate, interact, talk. Many misconceptions are erased when you talk. So cross-talk is important. See, when you build a wall, it's just one wall. Right? I'm not talking about a physical wall here. I'm not talking about a wall built of bricks or metal. I'm talking a wall which divides people. Just one wall. But when you make a bridge, it's a ripple effect. A bridge makes another bridge, another bridge, another bridge. It connects entire society together. And wall doesn't move. Bridges can move people. It's very important. Okay, now I want to share something very personal. So we come from a historic family of this part of the country. My ancestors, I will take my own example. So my ancestors were known as the Nawabs of the Carnatic and the Prince of Arcot. So I'm going to talk a bit about the legacy of the Nawabs then. Right? Because history is being erased from the books. History is being erased from the hearts. So I thought it's a very good opportunity to bring some light to history. You know, when the Nawabs of the Carnatic, when they were the rulers of this part of the country, their contribution to build the bridges is immense, huge. But how many people know about it? Because knowing history is important. It's very important. It teaches you a lot. It connects the past to the present to the future. It's a bridge itself. History itself is a bridge. So, when they had the rule, their contribution to the society, to the people, to people of various faiths. You know how many religious places of various faiths have been contributed by the then Nawabs? In fact, not just the bridges were built, but walls were broken down. Walls of hatred, walls of enmity. So, one more thing is, I try to carry the tradition of the Nawabs. It has come down in the family, in the lineage. Today, my respected father is the Prince of Arcot. So we follow a certain tradition, but I personally believe, I've been taught by my parents and by their parents, tradition cannot be kept protected by a wall. Tradition, if it's locked up, it becomes a piece in the museum. So what I believe and what our family believes, and that's what I teach our children and the youth, is give, share the tradition. And how do you do it? So today, where I live in the city of Chennai, it's a very old historic place. It's called Amir Mahal. And Amir Mahal is a campus. It is the official residence of the Prince of Arcot. But it's not just a residence. I would say it's a hub to bring people together. It's a place where we try to promote a communal harmony, interfaith peace, by way of organizing events. I happen to be a musician myself, so we organize a lot of musical, because music brings people together. Music is a fantastic bridge. We have art events, cultural events, educational events. Every second week, our Darbar Hall in our place is filled with kids, school kids, college kids, and they come and I talk to them. They have so many questions. They want to know so much. So here I'm trying to build a bridge between the tradition and, I mean, you can say the history and the modern times. And there are various kinds of bridges. You can talk about inter-community bridge, where you can connect, come to a common understanding. See, all faiths are different, definitely. You can't say that all faiths are same. Right? Every faith has its own laws and rules and scriptures, but they all teach good things. And they all teach different things. And they have a lot of factors which are common. So that's what we try to do. Bridge the common factors. Differences we'll see later. The differences we'll see later. Let's try to bridge the common factors. That brings people together. Let's try our best to bring down the walls between different nations. How do you do that? Invite them over. Visit. Go on a holiday. Travel. Traveling is a good bridge. Another bridge is with the generation gap. What do we have now? Different generation? Gen Z, Gen X, Gen Alpha, Millennial? I think I'm a millennial. Yeah, I think I'm a millennial. Boomer. So there is a wall between the boomer and the Gen Z. How do you break that? Today's Gen Z is very smart, very intelligent. It's not like the Gen Z of our times. So the boomers and the millennials have to give a chance to the Gen Z, break the wall, give a chance to them to move forward. They can do wonders. Another bridge is your mental block itself to do things. Believing in yourself is a bridge between you and what you can do. Another bridge is feeding people. Just feed people. You're bridging people. Bridge the gap between family members. Fathers and sons are not talking today. Mothers and daughters are not talking. Husband and wives are having differences. Sacrifice, understand each other. Talk. Bridge the gap. Very important bridge. Another one is the leader and its people. For any nation to prosper, there should be a bridge between the leader and its people. Direct contact between both. The nation can develop. So, ultimately, what the world requires is no wall builders. Walls will make your space smaller, man. We don't need wall builders. We need bridge builders. We need people who can make more bridges, who can cut the differences off. So any opportunity I get, I interact with people, especially the children, because I believe they are our bridge to a beautiful tomorrow. So let me finish by saying that the wall says, stay there. A bridge says, let's meet. So let's all meet and make the world a better place for us, for our children, and their children. God bless.